This is Barry Zalma, Zalma on Insurance. I'm an attorney who has retired from the practice of law and now spend my time as an insurance claims consultant and expert witness, an author and producer of these videos. Today, on February 1, 2021, I am publishing Volume 25, Number 3 of Zalma's Insurance Fraud Letter, which is available to anyone for free and will be subject to complete availability on my website at zalma.com, on LinkedIn, and wherever videos are available like rumble.com and youtube.com. The issue starts with a quote from Rabbi Shlomo ibn Gavrioel, who said, quote, "Man is only wise when he searches for wisdom. If he thinks he's found it, he's a fool," close quote. Then I have a complete article about how Florida insurers are actively pursuing fraud perpetrators with RICO suits. For example, in a suit filed January 13, 2021, Heritage Property and Casualty Insurance Company sued Moisture Rid Inc., Water Dryout, LLS and Angelica Albert Sigler in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida, Miami Division, alleging desire to terminate an ongoing fraudulent scheme committed against Heritage and more broadly the Florida homeowners insurance industry. Now, Heritage is an entity of the Florida state government and sued in that capacity, trying to avoid fraudulent claims and claims made by parties who have obtained assignments of claim from homeowners. In addition, we report on the fact of more problems for famous litigator Thomas Girardi, who has a $15 million problem with a litigation funder that was sent to mandatory arbitration. New York, on the other hand, proposed a different way from the filing of RICO suits and proposed what I believe to be a flawed method to obtain whistleblowers to turn in insurance fraud perpetrators. The New York legislature proposed the following as a means to help the police defeat insurance fraud by adding Section 405-A to the insurance law. Quote, provides that any person who provides information to the Attorney General, a district attorney, or the Insurance Frauds Bureau concerning a fraudulent insurance transaction, or with information about a fraudulent insurance transaction that is about to take place, may be entitled to an award of 40% of the action or a claim relating to such fraudulent action. Now that sounds great, but it doesn't say where the money's going to come from and how in any way that would help the insurance industry defeat insurance fraud. Are they going to pay the 40% to an insurer that turns in a fraudulent action? There's just too many weaknesses in the proposed statute, in my opinion. Next, we wrote an article about what happens when the state fails to prosecute insurance fraud, only to find that an insurer has brought a qui tam or whistleblower action against the fraud perpetrators. This is something that's happening with some regularity and maybe even be better than the RICO suits in that the insurer sues in the name of the state, not in its own name, as an agent to require the enforcement of the Insurance Frauds Protection Acts in the various states. We also report, of course, on health insurance fraud convictions, which are more and more not available because of COVID and the lack of trial courts, but who must do everything by video. But the courts of appeal are working full time and are writing opinions affirming convictions of those who were involved in health insurance fraud. We also report on other insurance fraud convictions that come from things dealing with staged auto accidents and other kinds of insurance frauds. We write about the videos on YouTube and at Zalma on Insurance from Rumble that are available now, over 110 videos describing important insurance issues, described by me and available to anyone who views or subscribes to the Barry Zalma YouTube account or to the rumble.com account. Issues include insurance fraud, definitions of insurance, insurance as a contract of personal indemnity, the fact that insurers should expend millions for defense and not a dime for tribute, and the tort of bad faith. You can subscribe my 2 YouTube channels and my Rumble channel with links available on the blog posting, as well as links to the more than 110 videos available at rumble.com. We also wrote an article of how a fake accident places a defendant in jail for 12 to 24 months, where in the state of North Carolina versus Abu Bakr Rahman, the Court of Appeals of North Carolina was asked to reverse the conviction where Rahman had been convicted of attempted obtaining property by false pretenses for his involvement in a scheme to stage a 2-vehicle accident and then collect insurance proceeds for fake injuries. The court dismissed his claim of an inadequate indictment because asserted facts supporting every element of the offense, couched in the language of the statute. The state presented substantial evidence of each essential element of the offense. That Rahman made false representations about the accident and his resulting injuries that were calculated to deceive the authorities and insurance companies, and did in fact deceive them, and by which Rahman attempted to obtain an insurance payment for fake injuries. Hopefully he will enjoy his stay at the Gray Bar Hotel. I've also written about my newest book, It's Time to Abolish the Tort of Bad Faith. You can read the full article at my blog, which links to the last 2 issues of Zalma's Insurance Fraud Letter, and also has a link where you can subscribe to the fraud letter. I have been writing this letter for now over 25 years, and it is published twice a month on my website and sent to my subscribers by email. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to write to me at zalma@zalma.com, and please enjoy the newsletter. Thank you for your attention.